Hello all, it's Shikha Dubey here. As you all know, we have started our MCQ series of managerial economics along with previous year questions. So it is part 4th of that series. Before that, if you are targeting for UGC NET from commerce, management, HRM, education, economics, you can get enrolled for our paid courses and get study material from there. For registration, link is given in description box below, and for more queries, you can call on this number. So moving to our first question, that is from, let me tell you one thing, this all 10 questions are from elasticity of demand, which is most important topic for NT and NET management examination. So our first question is, the slope of a demand curve depends on, your time starts now. Time's up, and here right answer is the unit used to measure price and the unit used to measure quality. You will get to know detail about it. So let me tell you some crux of elasticity of demand. Elasticity of demand क्या होता है? To begin this, let's look at the definition of elasticity of demand. Elasticity of demand is the responsiveness of quantity demanded of a commodity to change in one variable on which demand depends. Our demand depends on so many factors like income of consumer, price of that good, and sometimes market conditions also, sometimes are substitute and complementary products also. So there are so many products on which our demand depends on. So on the basis of, if there is changes in one variable, what are factors of this demand, like when we consider price of the product, it is a factor on which our demand depends on. So whatever the changes occur in price of a commodity, that results some changes in our demand too. Demand of the commodity changed by some proportionate. So this responsiveness of quantity demanded after changing price is called elasticity of demand. Okay, in other words, in more simpler word, we can say that it is the percentage change in quantity demanded divided by percentage in which one variable on which our demand depends on. So basically, it is percentage change in demand occurs due to some change in percentage or some change in one factor of demand. uh, our demand, as I have told you, depends on so many factors. So if there will be any changes in those factors, what is and how these change occurs affects our demand is called elasticity of demand. The variable on which our demands depends on are price of the commodity, price of related commodity, and consumer income. There are so many factors, but I have illustrated only three factors here which are most important. That is price of commodity, price of related commodity, we can say substitute products or complementary products which are related to that core product somewhere, and next is consumers income. So our next 9 question will be based on elasticity of demand. So let it understand it well. Concept of elasticity of demand says that two variables are considered while measuring the elasticity of demand. Okay, when we consider or measure elasticity of demand, basically we consider two factors. First one is demand, which is constant. Like constant means you can do changes in this determinants, that is factors, and then found that what changes occur in our demand. So on the basis of that, we have classified our elasticity of demand in so many types. First one is price elasticity of demand, then income elasticity of demand, then cross elasticity of demand. So elasticity of demand is percentage change in quantity demanded. It is in numerator and denominator, like percentage change in determinant of the demand. That this determinant can be any factor that affect our demand. So there are basically four types of demand, elasticity of demand. This advertisement elasticity is not most important is like price elasticity, cross price elasticity, and income elasticity. These three are more important. Advertisement elasticity is somewhere less important. So what are these elasticity type of elasticities? Price elasticity of demand, which is most famous type of elasticity of demand. Even somewhere when someone ask you about elasticity of demand, you can simply tell this definition and that will be enough. So what is price elasticity of demand? The price elasticity of demand may be defined as the ratio of relative change in demand and price variables. So whatever the changes occur in our price, that results some changes in our quantity demanded. So when we consider like percentage change in quantity demanded in our numerator and then divide it into percentage change in price, we get elasticity of price elasticity of demand. So there are so many types of price elasticity of demand or any kind of elasticity of demand. First one is perfectly elastic. Perfectly elastic, like one variable is, if first variable will vary, then second variable will also vary in same proportionate. So there is always plus one, like perfectly elastic. If price will change by 5 units, then demand will also be changed by 5%. Perfectly inelastic means the change in one factor, that is one determinant of demand, occurs no change in our demand. When our demand doesn't depends on its determinant, they doesn't depend on that determinant too. So that is perfectly inelastic. We can say that both factors are independent, though they don't have any relationship between them. Then relatively elastic means less than one. Unitary elastic when there is elasticity of one. And relatively inelastic means there is not very much inelasticity in them. There is some elasticity which is always like 0 to zero point 0.5. So moving to our second type of elasticity, that is income elasticity of demand. The income elasticity is defined as the ratio, percentage or proportionate change in quantity demanded to the percentage change in income of consumer. When here income means income of consumer obviously. So income elasticity, the same formula applied here, but here the determinant changed. The determinant is now percentage change in income. So here percentage change in quantity demanded will be numerator and denominator will be percentage change in income. What is cross elasticity of demand? Let me tell you one thing. Cross elasticity measures when two commodities are somewhere related to each other. The demand of one commodity rise or decrease due to demand or price hike of another commodity. So cross elasticity can be measured for complementary goods and supplementary goods also. The cross elasticity of demand measures of the degree of responsiveness or demand for a commodity to a given change in price of some related commodity. When there will be change in price of some related commodity, when we talk about complementary goods, the first example can come in our mind is like bread and butter. So if price of butter will high, in somewhere demand of bread will go low, and the similar way if demand of if price of bread hike, then demand of butter will decrease somewhere. So there is a relationship between two commodities, that is cross elasticity of demand. Cross elasticity of demand is most important for UGC NET management preparation student, because cross elasticity measures for two type of goods. First one is complementary, as I have given example here, and second type is substitute product. Substitute like Pepsi and Coca Cola. When we compare Pepsi and Coca Cola, they both are substitute. If price of Pepsi high, then consumer will shift to Coca Cola, because Coca Cola and Pepsi both offer similar kinds of good, that is supplementary goods. So what are the factors that influence elasticity of demand? There are numerous factors that affect elasticity of demand, but some most important factors include nature of commodity, what are nature of that particular good, then availability of substitute. If there will be availability of any substitute product, then there is perfect competition, as I have discussed in our previous MCQ series. What is perfect competition, what is monopoly, then what is monopolistic competition and oligopoly. So availability of substitute somewhere affect elasticity of demand. Then number of user use that commodity, consumers income, then height of price and change in price range, then proportion of expenditure, durability of commodity, habit, complementary goods, time, uh, recurrence of demand, possibility of postponement. These are the factors that affect our elasticity of demand. So moving to our second question, after taking all this crux of elasticity of demand, now you can solve these questions easily as I consider. So your time starts now. Time's up, and here right answer is the price of elasticity of demand measures. Price elasticity of demand measures, as I have told you, that the responsiveness of quantity demanded to the change in price. We have seen there is percentage change in quantity demanded divided by percentage change in price. Here P is for percentage change, okay? I have written in short form. So this is price elasticity of demand. There should be no confusion. Moving to our third question, the price elasticity of demand equals, your time starts now. Time's up, and here right answer is the percentage change is quantity demanded divided by percentage change in price. It is somewhere similar to our second question, and this is taken. This question is taken from previous year paper. So this type of question asked in an UGC net examination. Moving to our fourth question, demand is perfectly inelastic when, your time starts now. Time's up, and here right answer is shift of demands supply curve result no change in quantity demanded. Here because every option is has talking about um, supply curve is main factor, so we will consider demand in terms of supply curve. There's no other factor. So let me tell you one thing, if our supply will be high, our demand will be high. It is considered because always supply should meet demand. Whatever the supply will be there, and there must be equal to demand, that will be balanced. So if our supply curve shifted like this, and it shows no shift in demand curve. Earlier our demand curve was like this, and the supply curve was also like this. Now our supply curve shifted to upward, but our demand curve is showing no shift, then it is called inelastic demand, because our supply doesn't depend on demand. Matlab, like whatever the changes occur in our supply, that doesn't affect our demand, quantity demanded. So that is perfectly inelastic demand. These both factors have no relation. Fifth question, a good with a vertical demand curve has a demand width. Your time starts now. Time's up, and here right answer is zero elasticity. Let me tell you in detail. Like this is our demand curve, okay? Here is quantity demanded and here is price. if our price decreases, then we will see that our quantity demanded increases. This is what law of demand tell us. Now if a good of vertical demand curve, our demand curve will be like this. Like, if whatever the changes occur in our price, they doesn't affect our quantity demanded, that is our quantity demanded remains same, so there will be no change in quantity demanded. Our quantity demanded will be zero. This sorry, change in our quantity demanded is zero, as we know that price elasticity of demand is equal to quantity demanded, difference in quantity demanded, that is percentage change, and then delta P. So if delta Q will be 0, then the whole this factor will be 0. So there will be zero elasticity. Moving to our next question. A good with a horizontal demand curve has a demand. Your time starts now. Time's up, and here right answer is income elasticity of demand is 0. See, what is horizontal demand curve says? This is horizontal demand curve. Here is Q, that is quantity demanded. Here is P, means whatever the changes, there's no change in our price, but our quantity demanded is increases because instead of this price we will take income here, because here income factor and price factor both are taking along. First we will check for income factor. If our income will be constant but quantity demanded is increasing, then there will be zero elasticity of demand for income, zero income elasticity of demand. They both are running independently, they don't depends on each other. Next, price elasticity of demand infinite, which makes no sense, so we will not check it. If you want to check it, let me tell you, like they are saying that price elasticity of demand will be infinite because here there is no changes in price occurred here, so how can be price elasticity of demand infinite? Moving to our next question. The most substitute available for a product. Your time starts now. Time's up, and here right answer is larger is its price elasticity of demand. Let me tell you how. If some suppose here I am taking example of Pepsi. Okay, there's perfect substitute of Pepsi, that is Coca-Cola. So if price of Pepsi will high, then its demand will suddenly go low, because people consumer will have option, a perfect option, that they can switch to Coca-Cola. So why they will compromise with price? Why they will pay a high price for the same quality, say for same quantity? So there is high price elasticity of demand, that is larger price elasticity of demand. Uh, in the same situation, if there will be no substitute available, suppose Coca-Cola is not available there, then if price of this Pepsi will high, people will people are obliged to buy this Pepsi. They have to spend more money in respect to change in price, but their demand will go low, but their shift will be slight lesser than this first case. Moving to our eighth question. The cross elasticity of demand measures the responsiveness of quantity demanded for the particular good to the change in price of. Your time starts now. Time's up, and here right answer is its substitute and its complementary. Cross elasticity of demand always used for substitute and complementary product, as I have told you, and this question has also asked in our previous year paper of UGC NET examination. Moving to our ninth question. If cross elasticity of demand between good A and good B is positive, then your time starts now. Time's up, and here right answer is A and B are substitute. If A and B are substitute, then cross elasticity of these demands will be positive. Like if price of the it will A will hike, then that they will hike the demand quantity demanded for B. So there is positive relationship. Whereas if we talk about if A and B are complementary, then if price of A will hike, then there will be um, a decrease in demand of product B. Moving to our 10th question, the cross elasticity of demand between Coca-Cola and Pepsi is, your time starts now. Time's up, and here right answer is positive because they both are substitute. This example, Coca-Cola and Pepsi, I have taken so many times, so everyone should answer it correctly. So there will be positive relationship between Coca-Cola and Pepsi, positive cross elasticity of demand because they both are substitute. That's all for today, guys. Stay safe.